We're coming to the end of the St. Patrick's Day promo, and what they did end up adding was a bunch of 97 overall masters. It kind of was expected, but they did go ahead and add that. They were all playstyle select and they were all giving boosts. But does that make up for the fact that it hasn't been a particularly good promo or not? Well, in this video, we're going to be going through and reviewing this promo. I've got your guys' thoughts and opinions and your rating on this promo. So let's get started and talk about the format. Again, it is a copy and paste format. It's one that we have had this season, and the last time we had it was in that All-Star Historic promo. Now, if you remember, that promo was straight before the All-Star promo, the main one. All-Star promo was a great promo format. It's very nice grinding through, doing repeatable events. But really, I want something new in the March Madness sort of promo, which we will be getting probably after this one. And that has been hinted at for quite a long time. So hopefully it's a new one. We are looking at basically a different promo. So it is going to be a little bit longer, running, I think, till the end of the month, which is going to be pretty nice. It is going to be pretty new as well, because we haven't had that for a while. We have been on repeat with these 1 week long promos, which have been good, which haven't been good, because say we get a bad promo, it can go pretty quickly. Whereas if it's a good one and you want to keep playing it again and again just to try and get through, you aren't able to do that. So it kind of works both ways with it being 1 week long, and hopefully we're going to get out of this format going into the next promo, which will probably be March Madness. But this is an okay promo format. A lot of people liked it when it first came out. Obviously we were expecting those 97s. It kind of made it a bit better for the pay to win guys. It didn't really make any difference to the no money spent guys, except for maybe looking at it to say, oh, I can't get that 97, so it's not actually that good a promo. It is a very simple format to follow. You just got events you have to play. It's very easy to grind through, and that was mainly some of the feedback that I was getting, especially on the very beginning of this promo. Like when it first came out, it was getting that good feedback. Like lots of people were like, oh, we can get a 95 free to play. It is pretty good. It's pretty simple to grind through. It's pretty fun to grind through as well. And then other people as well who realized that we were going to get those 97s, we realized it wasn't actually going to be pay to win. And for those people who don't actually need those 95s, it wasn't that good a promo. But it is based on luck mainly, because you are hoping to get lucky to get the tokens you need to get that one player you want to try and get up to 95 overall, especially with those random token select. Yes, you have plenty of chances to select the tokens you want, plenty of chances to get the specific player tokens you need to be able to get the master you want up to that 95 rating, completely no money spent. And of course, you can always go ahead in the milestones and get up to the 89 select pack to help you on your way. So I think without a doubt, you can definitely get 195 no money spent. And is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Well, it's good because again, it's just a player you can get completely free and no money spent. And looking at the guys themselves, they're okay. Nothing too major with any of the stats. And I did receive a couple of feedback saying like, oh, the overalls are increasing, but the stats aren't increasing themselves. Because I think me and a lot of people have players still on your team that from like the last sort of batch of promos where we had like the All-Star promo, the front court, back court promo. A lot of people have even got some really good look back players because yes, they're lower in overall, but they still have some really, really nice stats. And that's what makes them be able to stay in the game. And I do like knowing what a card is worth, in that, say in season 1 when we had an overall cap, you knew 99 was the maximum you're going to get. You were just going to work towards that and you knew a card's value. Whereas this season, as with last seasons and previous seasons, because they removed that cap, you just keep going up and up in overall. But if we're going to go up and up in overall, we've got to have some difference in stats, because stats are pretty similar for most of the cards. Yes, the John Havlicek has got some nice stats. The Larry Bird has some nice stats. John Havlicek you're not going to probably get because you've already got him from the front court or back court promo giving out a boost, who is 95 overall, 96 overall, something like that. So he's already pretty good. But it is a decent format. Hopefully we can get something that is not copy and pasted in that March Madness promo. Hopefully it's going to be something new, something exciting. It is a big event like with the All-Star promo. I think EA kind of delivered on the All-Star promo, so hopefully they can deliver and exceed maybe expectations with the new March Madness promo. But enough of me talking about what I think about the promo. I asked you guys on both my Discord and my YouTube community page what you guys think, so let's take a look at some of your reviews. And if you want to share your thoughts and opinions about future promos, then make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on so you can look at my community page, and also make sure you join the Discord server. The link to that will be in the description down below. But we'll start off over here with a comment that says, pretty good, not gonna lie. I needed a promo like that to upgrade my lineup faster, and I'm really happy that they put this type of promo out now. Now it is good when we get these types of promos, you know what you can get no money spent. You know you can get at least one master, not grandmaster, but a master no money spent, and that is going to help quite a few people who are starting off maybe with their teams, people who haven't played for a little bit and they need some players to help them out with their teams. But I don't think it is a great promo in that it's not going to help too many people who have been spending and playing a lot. The only good thing about this promo that is going to help a lot of people is those 97 overalls, but unfortunately you can't really get one no money spent unless you get really lucky with some of the tokens you're getting, or you're spending a lot of cash into getting those tokens in the first place to be able to get them. So it is a good promo. as with every promo, it is going to help people in different ways. Some people it's going to help them upgrading their lineup if they're new to the game, or they're just missing a couple of players here and there and missing a couple of spots in their team they need to upgrade. So it's going to help people in that regard. Pay to win guys, the 97s are very useful because they've all got boosts on them, which is going to be pretty good at any position you want them at and at any playstyle because they are playstyle select. Nostalgia over here says it's an easy event and easy to get tiers and masters compared to Noche Latina. I like the grindness of it too. So far I'll give it an 8 out of 10, but I think some of the 95s don't live up to the stats, and I agree, like, it is a lot nicer than Noche Latina to play through because you know you're getting rewards every now and again to keep you interested, to keep you trying to grind through and get yourself those tokens and the players to help you out. And it's mainly in those milestones you're getting the rewards again and again and again, which we didn't have in Noche Latina. It was a pretty boring promo where a lot of people were opening packs. You were meant to get a player if you got lucky enough, and lots of people weren't, or you were meant to get a Conga token, you weren't. And this promo is a lot better in you actually getting a guaranteed token, getting those guaranteed points, and then in the milestones getting guaranteed players and getting guaranteed points as well, which I think is pretty nice. It does make for a little bit of a more fun grind, and it is an easy grind to follow along and actually play through, which is pretty nice in that regard. And then we have another comment over here saying such low stats for a 95 overall, it's unacceptable. I can't differentiate the stats between 93, 94, 95, or even a 92 overall player. The look back promo masters had great stats with boost, and the all-star promo also had some great stats. All other promos are just trash, with the stats also being boring for grinding the same concept promos. If EA will not create a new concept, then I would delete this game. And I do know a lot of people who have simply just deleted the game after Noche Latina, after this promo. They've just given up on the game completely. Having the overalls are not really a differential between the stats. Maybe EA looked back at those look back cards and realized actually those were a bit too big and a bit too good at the stats wise, and now we have to kind of go back from that. But I don't get the point in that, because then you're pushing the boat out and getting these crazy cards with the crazy stats and then coming back in and drawing it in, and then you're going to have the interest in getting those cards, and then you're just going to lose that interest straight away. Like if you remember back in season 5, what we had was an issue with the boost. So they put out some crazy boosts at the beginning and they tried to reel it back a little bit, but they didn't do too much on that front because they knew they'd already screwed up by getting us insane boosts in the first place. So why not just run with that and give us some crazy boosts as we kept going on throughout the year? Whereas this season we've gone up with the stats, and now they're trying to reel it back in a bit, and it's getting a lot of people losing interest because they're thinking, I don't need these cards for my team, they're not going to help me, they haven't got some pretty nice stats that are going to do anything in gameplay wise. So isn't that good in that regard? And I do hope that we do get some new concepts for the promos and different formats, because that is always nice, and I do always say that in every single promo review video. JT Gaming over here did comment on having the overall number being a different color, and obviously EA do a really good job with most of the card art, pretty much all of the card art and the artwork in the game. It was when I logged into the game and saw the St. Patrick's Day players, I was like a little bit confused. Why didn't they use like a black text on it? But that is just something minor, that's to do with the card art, nothing really to do with the promo itself. It is just the card art, and EA normally smash it out the park with some of the card art, especially in that Festival of Colors promo. Like the card art on that is pretty nice, I have to say. Heated Moz over here says, I just don't like how it's a bit of luck to get the player you want. Now I do get luck can be good and bad. It can be frustrating when you're not getting the players, and I do understand that this promo is a majority spent on luck of you getting the tokens that you need to get that one specific player. It can be frustrating, it can be a bit of fun to try and get lucky enough to get it, and if you don't get your player tokens, you're wanting to play through, get some more packs and try and get that player token that you want. So I understand it can be a bit frustrating when you're not getting it, but it is also a pretty nice concept to have when you have those luck ones, because then it means that not everyone's going to get the card, and then some people, if they are lucky enough, do get the card. But it is going to be a balance between the two, whether it's going to be too frustrating and too annoying, or whether it is just going to be a bit of fun here and there in you trying to get the player. Brat on Discord says, I personally don't like the masters and their stats since they're pretty low considering their overall. I always like this kind of format though, and I do agree, like a lot of people do like this promo format. Like I said earlier, it's the easiest, fun to grind through, and it isn't too hard in the stamina requirements. Yes, you're going to have to play a little bit here and there, especially when they double up the event. It is going to be a little bit difficult, but it isn't too bad on the stamina front, which I think is pretty nice, and a lot of people do like the format. Like when it came back in the All-Star Historic promo, I kind of enjoyed it. I knew I wasn't going to get the Grand Master, because obviously you're not going to get that no money spent unless you're extremely lucky, like I said, but it is still a nice format to grind through, and I think I called that promo review a refreshing promo, because it was at that time a refreshing promo. We hadn't had that promo format in ages, whereas now we're getting it again, and it isn't actually that good looking back at it, especially because the players this time around aren't as good as they were in the All-Star Historic promo, in my opinion. Plus there's no real motivation to grind through at the moment, especially coming off the bat of not a great promo with that Noche Latina promo. People are like skeptical with promos, deciding whether they actually want it, and a lot of people, like I said, have completely just quit the game entirely, which I think is a little bit of a shame, and hopefully the March Madness promo can bring them back to the game, or bring new people back to the game, because that'd be pretty nice to see. And of course we've discussed the masters and their stats being pretty low. But yeah, that is is going to be it for the promo review video. Fingers crossed we get a really nice promo with the March Madness sort of stuff that's going on in the basketball world, and hopefully it translates to something really good and really special in NBA Live Mobile. I think we're all waiting for that insane promo to drop, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. Hopefully EA deliver. But if you haven't already checked out the tips and tricks video I did for this promo, go check out the video in the bottom left hand corner where I went through everything you need to know for the St. Patrick's Day promo and how you can get the 97 overall masters and a free 95 overall master. Go check out that video, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.